Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a special edition here on my YouTube channel presented by the World Elite Podcast and 80cs.com. It's our WrestleMania Backlash Fallout. As of now, it's just two of us. Who knows? We might get a few more coming on, but it's Marquise from World Elite Podcast, joined by Justin from the End Time Wrestling Podcast and one of the members of the League of Extraordinary Idiots. What's up? How you doing? And how was celebrate Mother's Day today? By the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers around here, especially in the wrestling world.
Exactly.
I had a great day. I had a great day celebrating Mother's Day with my family.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Yeah. I really had no intention of watching this pay-per-view, but I knew I was going to watch. I said, well, let me see what this shit show is going to do. Because you were part of the prediction show, and we said it wasn't going to be its best. But, I mean, I will say, even though I didn't watch it.
Bad, honestly.
I will say, though, even though I didn't watch it last night, I heard a lot of positive feedback on Under Siege. I heard it was so good.
Oh, I saw highlights. I didn't get to watch the show fully, but it looked like it was awesome.
Yeah, because the only highlight of that was Briscoes winning the tag team titles, and now you can consider them a different type of level of the greatest tag team to, even though they never went to WWE, but everywhere else they won the tag team titles everywhere they've worked. So they finally go to Impact and win that. But
WWE and AEW, the only place they need to win titles right now.
Yeah, if they're not going to get invited to those companies.
Yeah, no way.
So we get to this show, WrestleMania Backlash, and judging by the kickoff show, I'm just glad there was no matches. I dozed off during the kickoff show. When I woke up, the show just started. Then we get one WrestleMania rematch kicking off. Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. You want to start this one off?
Yeah, this match was fucking awesome. I think that it's definitely gave their WrestleMania match a run for their money. I honestly think it might even have been better than their WrestleMania match. It's just these two just have insane chemistry together.
It's kind of a hard feeling. I will say I was actually impressed how good this match went. I just thought it was way too long.
I was fine with it. I like the long match, and I think even it's almost like they tried to one up their Mania match. So they tried to go longer. They tried to do more.
I mean, they did a lot more than they did at WrestleMania, like counting near falls, counting the crossroads, counting the pedigree, counting curve stomp, counting the elbow, all that.
The attempt at the vertebraker was something different compared to their Mania match. Like
they dragged it. And now on the prediction show, I did predict Cody to win because of the way they're building Cody now. It's like they're building him to be the next face, the next John Cena, the next Roman Reigns type level. Yep. I said he'll probably ain't going to lose a match probably for a year. But I'd have been fine with Rollins winning because, I'm not a big Cody fan. It's the way Cody wins, holding the tights, like a winning in a way a heel would. I could see Rollins winning that way, but not Cody. It just makes
I think it was just because Rollins tried to do it, so he was just like, guess what? I can beat you that way, though.
Anything you can do, I can do better, technically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But it didn't take away the fact, as much as I said this show was going to suck, it started off good. I will grant the match was great. I'll probably rate it. I'll probably give it the highest rating of the night. I'll give it about a 4.
Yeah, I would give it 4. If I would even edge it out just a little bit, maybe 4.25.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into Dave Meltzer, edging it out like that. He'll fucking probably rate it 5.
He will. He will.
Just didn't expect Cody the way, and then I was hoping this would end because I don't know how long they plan on dragging it. I'm hoping we don't see this inside Hell in a Cell because that's going to be another win for Cody and another loss for Seth Rollins.
So I don't even think you can get another match. Cody's won twice now. Like,
We've
yeah,
seen
he did beat him dirty, but I don't think we get another match now.
Everyone wants another match. They want them in Hell in a Cell because of how great they were at WrestleMania and how great they were tonight. They want it in Hell in a Cell. I don't want it because that's going to be another loss for Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
I wish they just ended.
I think we can kind of pause on the Rollins losing for a little bit now.
I agree. But then we go to... We'll have to debate with the next... Well, no, I'm not debating anymore. This next match was the fucking worst match of the night. Bobby Lashley versus Omos. We get another WrestleMania rematch.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where I dozed off. I dozed off for the rest of the match, but when I woke up going into the next match, I had to get on Twitter. I heard the music, so I knew Omos won the match. It's just how he fucking won. With MVP getting involved and the spine buster that didn't force him to get the win, and then Omos with the horrible... He's like the Nigerian Great Khali, I'm going to call him.
Right. That's all he is. Legitimately.
Basically wrestles like Khali.
Yeah. Big, tall guy, check. Wrestles move the same exact way as Khali, check. Can't tell me he's not Khali.
Can't speak proper English, check. Only difference is instead of having Scene as your manager, you got MVP, and instead of being from India, you're from Nigeria.
Either way, they're still the same as far as I'm concerned.
Luckily, luckily, the way I saw the match ended, I got lucky. I saw it how to end on Twitter, and I'm like, "Are you fucking shitting me?"
I literally said it. I was like, "Of course, this match would be 50-50 booking because we need more of this in our fucking lives right now." Like, I literally threw my face in my hands and was just disgusted because I'm like, the more just still can't get over the fact that you downgraded Bobby Lashley to this. You literally go WWE title, fuck that. We have to make Roman and Brock so much more important. Oh, you know what's the best freaking way to have Bobby Lashley rebound? Have him face the fucking tree that they call Omos. Fucking garbage.
You want to talk about releases? Why don't you just release this guy? And I'm talking about Omos.
Right?
I have no interest in watching him.
It's going to hurt me to freaking watch him go.
I agree, exactly. I have no interest watching this motherfucker. And as me being a Lashley fan, that pissed me off seeing him lose like that. But I knew there was going to be a match or two where it's going to role reverse. Oh, Lashley, we'll give Lashley the win at Mania. We'll give him the loss at the next pay-per-view when they have the rematch.
Such a joke as far as I'm concerned.
The worst part is, I would not be surprised if we get another Lashley Omos match in the future. They
probably get tomorrow night on Raw. I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
I could see it happening on Raw, not at like Hell in a Cell, which that's the next pay-per-view coming up. It's like June 4th or June 5th in Chicago, which I already knew it was going to Chi-Town. But it'll be right at the beginning of next month. So Chicago's getting 2 pay-per-views in the same month. They're getting a mediocre pay-per-view and what could be the biggest pay-per-view of the summer and probably the biggest wrestling pay-per-view of 2022.
Yep.
So they're going to have 3 by the end of the summer. Watch All Out go to Chicago as well.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me.
You know it's coming. Everybody's like, "Oh no, they're gonna probably go somewhere else." No, they're not going nowhere else. They're going to Chicago. They're doing. You're only gonna get lucky twice a year. They're gonna be outside of Vegas and Chicago and do 2 pay-per-views outside of those 2 cities. They're going to treat Double or Nothing like Halloween Havoc, have it every year in Vegas, and then they're going to treat All Out technically like Starrcade. They did Starrcade like in DC like 4 or 5 years in a row, so it's obvious there.
It's a little bizarre how they have Hell in a Cell coming up in June. And that's usually the interview that comes in October where they're like, "Oh, it's the spooky season. Hell in a Cell." Like, fucking. Now they're just like, oh, it's red. Red signifies summer, June. Like, fucking stupid.
Yeah, but now the fact they changed their second half of going to Saudi Arabia, they do it in fucking October. So you can't do just do Hell in a Cell in Saudi Arabia. If I give a shit, I'll unfortunately watch it, but I'm not used to it being in the summer, and I still don't like McDonald's playpen. When they changed that color, and I think it was in 2018, they changed the cell color to red. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah, I know. It's fucking sad.
The first joke I saw was they call it the red crate. Looked like a red crate that you could put your milk cartons with fucking mural on it.
And now we could put fucking somebody else on that. I forgot who the hell we were putting on that now.
You could fit about a case of milk cartons in a crate, so you'd have to get 12 milk cartons with Mural's face on it and put them in that. You call that Hell in a Cell, but no, they were calling milk. They were calling it milk crates. I was calling it McDonald's playpen.
It's hate in a crate. It's got to PG it up, so it's hate in a crate.
Yeah. Surprised they let them keep the. I hate gimmick pay-per-views like that. Like, I hate how they have to be. Just call it Bad Blood.
There you go. That's even better.
Because hell,
that with Hell in a Cell.
They've only been 3 Bad Blood pay-per-views. All 3 main evented with a Hell in a Cell match. Just call it Bad Blood.
Right. It makes more sense than fucking just being like, it's a gimmick pay-per-view. It's called Hell in a Cell because Hell in a Cell. Like, stupid.
Well, I hate those. Like I said, same thing with Money in the Bank. I wish they would just do the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania, kept it that way instead of giving it its own pay-per-view. I wish
so much.
Elimination Chamber, just call it. But the reason they changed that was because Germany can't call it No Way Out. They call theirs No Escape because of the whole gas chamber shit.
Oh, come on.
That's what I actually read online. Like, oh, I heard myself echo.
So why don't WWE just call it that then? At that point,
it's kind of a weird name.
Call it No Escape.
I'd rather call it No Way Out. No Way Out's not. Holy crap! I'm echoing.
Technical difficulties. Take a drink.
It's not me. Might be coming on your end.
I hear it right now.
But there's only 2 of us too.
What the fuck? What the hell?
It just like magically appeared. It might be your volume.
Let's try something. What about now?
Oh, that was louder. Wait.
Oh, well.
I don't hear it anymore.
Okay.
So it must have worked now.
All right, we'll go with that.
TLC, like, I remember they closed out the pay-per-view with Armageddon. Then they did that, but then they moved to. But I think they dropped TLC for good because now they're doing Day One again. And another one. I think that was it. That was the only gimmick pay-per-views they've had. They're named after matches. All right, then we get to AJ Styles versus Edge. This time, Damian Priest was banned from ringside. Now, I dozed off with Omos and Lashley's match. When I woke up, this match was going on, and I missed probably the first half of it. I hope I didn't miss good shit because all I remember seeing was Damian Priest was supposed to be banned from ringside, and then he comes out, but he don't do nothing. Then Finn Balor attacks him. They're going at it back into the entranceway. And then I stepped out for like 1 minute. Then I come back in and I hear Edge's music. I'm like, did Edge fucking beat AJ again?
Mm-hmm.
The next, I see someone all covered in black, got a black hood, got a black face mask on, everything. Then gets on one knee, takes the jacket off, takes the mask off. It's Rhea Ripley. We get what we want. Rhea Ripley joins Judgment Day. I take it Rhea cost AJ the match, or did Edge win this on his own?
No, Rhea got involved.
So
Finn and Priest got Finn came out to intervene over Damian Priest. They both were like rolling around in the ring, and then all of a sudden AJ was just making his way up to the top. He literally reached up, grabbed him by the arm, yanked him off the top rope, and Edge choked him out, and that was it.
oh, that was it.
He made him pass out with a freaking with the crossface, and that was it.
So, what was your reaction when Rhea Ripley joined Judgment Day?
Honestly, I had the tame reaction for it because for me, this match to me was really good. I enjoyed this match. Yes, it kind of had the whole dissection and methodical pace all over again, like their Mania match did. But for some reason, this one was just better to me. But just kind of over the whole. Their matches have ended the same way so far. It's just been the same thing. Is AJ losing due to people just so he can have a way to debut somebody in Edge's faction, and it's just kind of taken me out of it at this point.
So, do you just see the faction staying with only those three, or do you see it growing within the next couple months?
Such a question. I really don't know because everybody talks about is Ciampa gonna join, but like I don't know. Like who else can AJ find as backup if they add more at the? That's the thing. I feel like they have to leave it at this, where at this point you interject Liv to team with AJ and Finn, and that's where we leave it. Because I don't know who else you add to this.
They threw Ciampa's name in. I think they even threw in like Alexa Bliss, threw in mainly just them two. They've mentioned Liv Morgan a time or two, but no. I'd rather Liv go join Lynch Mob. We've talked about that on the last show. And then as soon as you probably have the same issue I had, like I watched it. This was the first time since Elimination Chamber I watched it on Peacock because I went to WrestleMania. I didn't even go back and rewatch it, but I had way too many infomercials on fucking Peacock because I'm paying the fee with the ads. I don't know. I like the commercials, obviously, but they played like way too much, and it was dragging.
Yeah, I don't have the ads, so
lucky. But
I pay like I was paying for the freaking network. I do the $9.99.
I'm paying a lot less. I'm paying a lot less though. Like, yeah, $9.99 with taxes. I was paying like $12 a month from like 2014 to whenever they got Peacock.
Paying for the network pretty much. So that's how I seen it.
I'm literally paying like $4.99 or $5 even now.
I fucking hate ads with a passion, so I was not paying for that shit.
Yeah, but sometimes they can't be that bad. Like sometimes before I watch rewatch a pay-per-view or something, like right before the intro starts, I'll get a 30-second promo and it just goes by fast. Sometimes I might get a 90-second, but I don't get that very often. And I never get it cut. Sometimes I don't get it cut in between the shows. Sometimes it might cut for 30 seconds or it won't cut at all. Depends. Like if the older shit I watch, it doesn't cut it. But if I watch something like if I went back and watched WrestleMania 38, it'll do like a 30-second cut.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
It doesn't bother me as much because I'm so used to being interrupted on YouTube watching like YouTube shows and shit, like or whatever, and it'll just cut it like an ad will cut it. Same thing like if I was watching, like especially on my Xbox, and when I had back in the day when I had Hulu or I had Fubo, well Fubo never cut me, but Hulu fucking did. I'm glad Disney Plus don't do that.
I pay for premium on YouTube, so fuck them.
So do I. I don't have it anymore either. But
fuck that. I hate ads interrupting anything. So,
well, funny thing was after the shit with Rhea and Edge, halfway through the first little promo on the first 30-second promo, Twitter's already blowing up. Someone made this art image saying, "Please book this now." Everyone now wants a 6-person mix tag with Edge, Rhea, and Damian versus Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan.
yeah, makes sense. They haven't done shit with the Rhea and Liv stuff, and at this point, you interject her. At this point, I don't see anybody else that fits this situation here.
I could see it happening on Raw, not at Hell in a Cell. They want it at Hell in a Cell in a Hell in a Cell. Like, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, how about no?
Do it on Raw.
Tag match in Hell in a Cell. That's a clusterfuck.
I could see it on Raw, not on pay-per-view. I could see Edge and Damian versus AJ and Finn at Hell in a Cell, just a regular tag match, before I see a 6-person intergender tag.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what made, even though this pay-per-view, like, first match was great, Lashley and Omos, I'm negative fucking 1 out of 5.
Oh, easily.
Edge and AJ, I mean, I thought their match at WrestleMania was better. I missed half of this one tonight anyway, so I'll rate this one about a 2.5, maybe 3.
I thought this one was way better. I don't know why. For me, their Mania match was way slower than this for some reason. To me, I felt like there was way too much. Like the pace was too slow for their Mania match, and it was way too much dicey the entire time. This one was kind of the same, but it didn't feel like it was dragging. It felt better for some reason.
I'll tell you one thing that was the best part about this shitty pay-per-view. As soon as we get to the second half of the show, it is strictly Pat McAfee and Michael Cole the rest of the night. I'm not a big fan of this Raw team. I don't mind Corey Graves. I can't stand Jimmy Smith and Byron Saxton.
I just can't stand Byron Saxton. I can't. Dude is way too happy baby face commentator, and I hate it.
Well, I was so happy to see McAfee back on my TV. Don't laugh if I fuck this up. He did the Mr. Perfect. He did the.
Yep, he did too.
And I'm glad I actually fucking caught it this time.
Mid-time legendary now on commentary. Fucking Pat McAfee.
He just had a birthday not long ago, and I shared his little collaboration video NFL did for him. His birthday, it was in May, right? Fuck, I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was in May.
I think it was May 1st,
huh?
No, May 2nd, the same birthday as The Rock.
Yeah, same day as The Rock. That's all I remember.
He just turned 35 years old. I didn't realize he's only like 2 or 3 years older than me. At least 3 years now. When my birthday comes, I'll be 2 years younger than him. But I don't know if you'll have to find it on Twitter because I did retweet it. But NFL did a collaboration video for McAfee during his kicking days in the NFL of all his amazing punts or kickoffs and then tackles, or punts and then tackles, and some other crazy shit. There was a video he did. It was against the Houston Texans. He did an onside kick, and he recovered his own onside kick.
Okay,
I was at that game.
That's awesome.
And I'm not even a fucking Texans fan. I only went to support JJ Watt, and it was a free game. My cousin, I paid for the I paid for the Uber and everything, and she got the tickets for me. And
shit,
it was a breast cancer game too, because we had pink signs and everything.
Okay.
So I bought me a JJ Watt jersey, and best part about that game was JJ Watt recovered a fumble, ran it for a touchdown, and did the nay at the end. And I'm echoing again. But that was the deal. That was the seal of the game right there. When Pat McAfee recovered his own onside kick,
Oh, that's awesome.
All Andrew Luck did was kneel the ball, and they had like a minute and 12 seconds left in the game, and he just nailed it, and it was over. Texans lost. I didn't give a shit. I'm a Saints fan. I was like, I enjoyed an awesome game, even though the team I picked to win lost. I was wearing Texans, but that was awesome. But I like the one WWE did for him, where all it is him aggravating Michael Cole or doing the fucking dance to Rick Boots and Nakamura.
Dance on the table. It's awesome.
And then with the commentary mic on, so you can hear every word he was saying.
Oh, that's fucking.
So I got to hear what they were telling each other at WrestleMania because I didn't go back and rewatch it.
Oh shit!
So now we get to this, the match that had more fucking attention, that had more build up than anything that we didn't give a shit for. We had Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair's I Quit match, and I'm already blowing Twitter up. Like, I pissed like one fan off on Nerds of Wrestling because I quoted my tweet I did on Nerds of Wrestling's Facebook page. I couldn't put the GIF in there. I put something like how did Charlotte compete at the Kentucky Derby and at WrestleMania Backlash the same night? He wanted to comment and be like, oh God. Speaking of that, Tim must be listening. He just screenshotted the post and put it in the league.
That's hysterical.
Wait, I'm reading it. I put the same thing I put on Twitter. How was Charlotte Flair able to compete at the Kentucky Derby and WrestleMania Backlash the same day? Two people commented the same shit. A guy named James Perry. I saw that comment. It said the Derby was yesterday. I don't watch horse racing. I thought it's like all weekend. You do Hoth racing Friday. You do most of the Hoth racing on Saturday and the championship races on Sunday. I don't watch that shit.
Put her inside her horse trailer and took her all the way to Kentucky and then brought her all the way back.
And then Joe Daly put moron. Derby was yesterday. And then Jim Baker put, wait, Charlotte Flair is a horse? Yeah, I can see the resemblance. Okay, I'll give you credit for that one, Jim.
At least somebody else sees it besides the league. That's fucking hysterical.
Oh, I sent him a laugh.
That's hysterical as fuck. I love when people can also see the same thing we do.
Well, I'm going. I got cut off. Wait, I thought something bad happened. I was like, wait, he screenshotted something I say. Then it was about the Hoth thing on Nerds of Wrestling. That guy called him a moron. That's what Dylan said. But fuck that guy.
What the fuck?
Hell, she even come out looking like she just won the Triple Crown with the fucking purple feathers and shit. She looked like she was wearing the horse wreath.
Her fucking peacock looking feathers every time she comes out. She don't know what the fuck she is half the time.
Well, first off, Ronda Rousey just looked like she didn't want to fucking be there when she come out. Did she have her little trance again where she looks pissed and she's smiling, and when she's walking, she looks pissed again, like I'm about to fuck this bitch up?
Yeah. She always does.
It's
she doesn't know if she's happy or if she wants to hurt somebody. She don't fucking know.
She might be a schizo.
That's freaky shit.
Like 1 week on SmackDown, she's smiling big, walking, and she's high-fiving people in the crowd. And as soon as she steps through the ropes, then she's fucking mad.
Right? It's Bianca Belair kind of shit right there. Where she's going out all happy and doing her entire entrance. But as soon as she gets in there, she's like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be mad. And then she just starts getting all mad. And I'm like, why did you have to do your whole entrance first, though? Fucking stop. Come out there. Like, if somebody jumps you the week before, you don't come out all happy and peppy and swinging your hair around and then get in the ring and go, okay, now's the time for me to get mad. You come out there looking like you're ready to beat the shit out of somebody and then get in the ring and be like, you just wait, because I swear I'm going to beat the hell out of you kind of thing. Not just to come out and go like, hi, everybody, hi, and then, oh, great.
I think she only did that with Sonya Deville.
She did that with a lot of people. She's done that with so many people beforehand. How many times do you think we pointed this shit out on our show? Every time. Every time she came out for any feud, it didn't matter who it was. She gets jumped the week before. The next week she comes out to confront them. She comes out swinging her hair and she's all happy. But as soon as she gets in the ring with a microphone, it's like, oh, I'm serious now.
I just told that motherfucker, I don't watch horse racing. I wanted to put the nerd gift, but I don't want to get kicked off for Nerds of Wrestling because I would get kicked off for calling someone a nerd.
Nerd.
Because the other guy got removed from the post for calling me a moron. Like, again, you can't call nobody names or you're gonna get kicked off for Nerds of Wrestling.
Aye.
Okay, Alpha 5.
That's what I did when Charlotte came out too.
Aye. Who was, and your brother pulled the Zordon voice? Like, holy fuck. Rangers.
I just did the Alpha. I did the Alpha voice the entire time, and I was like, look, Charlotte's coming out here, and she's like, Rangers, quick, the city needs you.
The league. Go make fun of this bitch.
Summon Ryan.
Release the obsolete mule.
Right? Where's the horn that
he was quiet. He was quiet today. I didn't see him talk at all about Vinny. I can't believe I made Vinny fucking crack a laugh at one of my shit. I told you before we went live.
Vinny showed up in the chat, and when Vinny has to show up and Ryan's not there, there's something wrong here.
Vinny's pulling Ryan's duty tonight. Like, I told you about what I posted. I during the middle of the match I put giving my thoughts and feedback, and I posted the scene from the 40-Year-Old Virgin where Seth Rogen was talking to Steve Carell about the scene where he's like, oh, we went to Tijuana, Mexico, and we were watching a woman fucking a horse. And I tagged Matt Ritter in it, and he didn't even comment on it. He just liked it. I think I left him speechless. Oh, it's hilarious. I put it in the league chat. Where are you guys live at my YouTube channel?
Yeah, when it came down to this match for me, though, to be honest with you, I actually enjoyed it for what it was. But the thing was, it's because they weren't wrestling. And it just felt like, that's the fucking thing about it. I don't know what it was. The two of them have zero fucking chemistry with each other whatsoever all of a sudden. It's like the first time they fought each other when Becky got taken out and Charlotte took over for her, the two of them were like perfectly fine with each other. And now all of a sudden everything from here is just Ronda's having to deal with Charlotte's bullshit, but Ronda's not gonna fucking take that shit lightly because fuck Charlotte Flair. Like, the two of them just don't work together, and that's it. It's like now that they had to go in the ring together and not have to wrestle, all they had to do was just pick up weapons and beat the shit out of each other. It was like they actually had a good match, honestly, in the end of it. And it, again, thank God fucking Charlotte's reign is over.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sent TK and I sent him an invite. I don't know if he's still at the hospital or something. He said he couldn't join. I said, come on, Heath TK. And obviously James Perry has been on my side this whole time. Because when I said I don't watch horse racing, he says neither do I. I had to look it up. Maybe he's fighting for his life too, not to get kicked off for Nerds of Wrestling. So he had to agree with me for once.
That's great.
So maybe the best part about that match, you were talking about the I Quit match, there was a fan in the front row that had on a Fiend mask and fucking Pat McAfee. Wait, is that the Fiend?
We literally go, I hope people backstage don't get all fucking salty about that because he mentioned the Fiend.
I had to go back and watch that because I am already fucking bored. I'm dozing off. When I heard, is that the Fiend? This was me.
I heard him fucking say it, and then immediately, like I said, I laughed my ass off, and then I'm just like, My brother goes, I hope fucking people backstage aren't going to be assholes about that whole situation right there. I'm like, I'm like, who the fuck would be salty about it? He's like, fucking Vince's fucking corporate yes men, Bruce Pritchard, fucking Kevin Dunn, the fucking beaver, where he'll sit up there and go,
You said beaver.
he'll go, Vince, he mentioned the feet. Did you know that he would do that? Like what the fuck?
That could be y'all's next episode title. Leave it to Beaver. By the way,
we're doing a review of this.
Well, I didn't realize. Okay, I got home late last night, and I saw in the league chat you shared your post about your episode. Now, liked and retweeted it when I went on Spotify. It showed 2 episodes, and I'm like, oh shit, they did 2 different episodes. I listened to the AEW one first. I already sent you my thoughts. The fucking Wizard of Oz shit. Oh my god. When y'all said Daddy Magic was Dorothy, I fucking screamed like a bitch laughing. It was one of those screams like,
that's great.
And then I did the same thing when your brother said Jake Hager could be that fucking lion. He kind of looks like him too.
Returning Floyd the Bat and a fucking Toto and shit. Like,
well, no, when he said fucking Garcia want to be Slim Shady, I said no, fucking no. He just had Marshall Mathers. Slim Shady had blonde hair.
He looks and sounds like fucking Mike fucking Situation from Jersey Shore. Every time I hear him. Every time I see him and hear him, that's all I fucking picture. And I'm like, this motherfucker.
He got me on the Slim Shady part.
Yeah, that's fucking hysterical still.
Don't let Tony Khan hear this. Next thing you know, he's going to come out. and then fucking dad, what is it? Magic Mouth, Daddy Magic Mouth. What the real Slim Shady? Please stand up.
Oh my god!
And Jake Hager, stand up. Pulling Mike Tyson, stand up.
Fucking we the people.
All right, this match. Okay, Charlotte Ronda didn't give 2 shits for it. I mean, yeah, look, it wasn't as brutal. It was a fucking whack match, and I
didn't mind it, honestly. I thought, again, the fact that they weren't wrestling and just beating the shit out of each other because of how fucking awful it is, and fucking, how occasionally people say Ronda is. At least they didn't have to actually have a full-on wrestling match. All they had to do was pick up weapons and just hit each other.
But Ronda can't sell worth of shit. With that mic, she's like, you quit? Never, bitch. Sounded like Luna Fashawn there.
She had these weird moments where she'd get hit with stuff. She'd do the fucking, she'd like try to sell it. They'd ask her the question, and then she'd pop back up like 2 seconds after. And I'm like, really? Then it's like later on, she was like so exhausted that she couldn't fucking barely get up. And I was like, now she's doing it?
Okay, before how it ended, when Charlotte had the chair like right in front of Ronda, and then she told her like this is your last chance. So then she's like, by the way, happy Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking in my head, grab that bitch's arm, pull it through the chair, and do your arm bar like that, which she did. But before that, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is Charlotte going to do with the steel chair? Is she going to try and lock her in a figure 8 with the chair?
That's what I think she was going to do.
And then when she said Happy Mother's Day, I think Ronda just had a fucking adrenaline rush and grabbed that arm and locked it with it in between the chair. I said, pull that fucking arm back. That's all you got to do. As soon as she pulled it back, she said, I quit twice and won the fucking match. You know what would have sucked? I don't think it ever happened this way. Like, my biggest fear if Ronda would have lost saying, "Say I quit," and they're like, "Oh, you just said I quit, so it's over." I'm scared the match would have ended like that. But that's why they just say quit, say you quit. Like if you say I quit, no matter what, it could mean you do quit. I could go up to you, be like, "Say I quit," and they're like, "Oh, you said it. It's over." It's like a Pee Wee Herman shit. That fucking like, what's the magic word? I quit. Fucking Pee Wee.
Yeah, the main thing about that whole match is I'm just glad the fucking title reign's over. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, now her and Andrade can go get married now. But
Right?
I'm glad it's all for her, but we had no other choice. There's no one else for her to take it off of her. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ronda. I mean, Ronda could be better if she'd work on her fucking mic skills.
It's really all she has. That's the only thing she really needs to work on.
And then, just like me. Uh-oh, I'm echoing again. I'm just waiting for Bailey to come back.
I know. Like, waiting. Just fucking waiting. We have Asuka back. We're literally technically 2 women away from fucking having all the women that aren't back, like, come back finally. Just when the fuck is Bliss coming back? As also, like...
Yeah, the only difference is Asuka and Alexa Bliss are on Raw, so they can go after Bianca, but Bailey's a SmackDown wrestler. She can go after Ronda next, which that's why I want to be champion again. Well, I'm waiting for Bailey to come back, and she be the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yep.
Now,
I need another Bailey title with the title right now.
I do want to I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here. So Caleb Braxton, before we talk about the next match, in between this next match and the main event, Caleb Braxton gets a report from backstage that he suffered a fractured radius. And I sent Matt Ritter, I said, according to Caleb Braxton, she sounded like she suffered a fractured anus. He was like, I stepped out for the fucking match. I missed it. He stepped out of the Madcap Baron Corbin match because he had no interest in seeing it. I laughed hysterically. I'm like, so you're telling me Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin are co-main eventing a pay-per-view?
Yep.
Wow.
I was fucking dumbfounded that they literally waited as long as they did to have that match.
And you said in one of your posts that it was long.
It felt long. This match should not have gone long. It says it only went 9. It says it went 9 minutes and 50 seconds. But like,
yeah, that's pretty long for Madcap.
Yeah, for a Madcap and Corbin match, 9 minutes is too long.
Even though if he's not listening, when he listens to this, I will give Dylan props. Madcap can wrestle.
Yeah, the guy's solid for a wrestler, but like can't with him being a joke, you can't really like have him feud and be the fucking main focus of this Corbin shit. Expect anybody to give a damn because this feud just still feels fucking stupid.
Well, I'm echoing again. He's got the potential, he's got the look, and he's got charisma. He just needs to change that gimmick to be a star. Lose the suspenders and lose the Chippendale shorts. Get different attire, get a different gimmick. Change his fucking name back to Riddick Moss.
He'd fit so well in the mid card, and that's what's crazy.
But you know what's going to happen? They're going to change his name from Madcap Moss to just Moss.
I mean, you know how many times people just say, look, it's Moss. Wouldn't be surprised.
By the way, our next episode will be our audio version only. We're doing double duty again. We're going to do top 5 worst name changes plus top 5 finishers.
There's only one. Like I said, there's only 2 fucking terrible name changes right now, and that's about it.
Well, tune in. We're recording that tomorrow, but we're gonna release it probably Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll just be audio. So I picked Corbin to win this match, but
I think I'm expecting the one that I think is the worst is going to probably end up being number one for you guys, with number two hopefully being the one also.
I'll just tune in and you'll find out. I still got to make that list. I already got my top 3. I just need to find 2 more.
Can't even think of any other worse ones. All I have is the top 2 worst, and that's about it.
I'm gonna find something from the past though, or I'll find something from WCW because I remember WCW had a few bad ones. Hell, even TNA had a couple bad ones. But yeah, I was kind of surprised Madcap Moss, the way he won too. Like it was like calling an upset, but I was like, yeah, Corbin's fucking done. I wish he changed his gimmick too. He's gonna be pissed off Corbin or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Just go back to the Lone Wolf. Get your fucking old music back and just fucking go back to the Lone Wolf where you're just wrecking shit. That's it.
All right, then we get to the main event. We get a 6-man tag team match. Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus the Bloodline. Before, they've been advertising a unification match with the Usos and RK Bro. They did some thinking like, okay, this is a mistake. We made a huge mistake unifying the titles on Roman. Let's just split it. Let's just keep them split. Let's just do a 6-man tag instead.
Mm-hmm.
The only bad part about this pay-per-view, too, there was only one title match the whole pay-per-view.
Yep.
This would have been the second if they didn't change their mind.
It's just, I hope they stay off the fucking unification shit. I've said it enough that I'm not a fan of it. I probably might be the only one who's not a fan of it, but fucking I don't care.
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah, I think it's fucking stupid. I'm in there's such a fucking weird position because right now I'm falling off liking Roman because I feel like there's like nothing going on with this anymore. Like I'm slowly losing my interest in Roman. I think the unification idea with him was fucking stupid. I think the Drew McIntyre stuff, if they're gonna keep it going, they're jumping the gun too soon on it. It sucks because it's you kind of have no choice but to jump the gun on it because it's the only person that's legitimately built up to face Roman. Like, it's such a fucking mess right now.
Nuts a mess too. Tim trying to find me on YouTube. He thought my YouTube channel name was Marcus the Stud 89. No, it's just Marcus A. My profile picture is Bullet Club logo.
Right?
That's all it is. Just type in my full name. You see the Bullet Club logo? That's what you hit to subscribe.
That's some shit right there.
Shout out to the Broadcast podcast for listening to this and sharing this in the league chat. No, listen, or should I say just watching this right now. Well, they're already in. It's gotta be what fucking Monday afternoon or fucking Monday morning over there. I don't fucking know.
I think it's Monday morning for them right now.
Well, it's almost midnight for you over there. It's
like 3-hour difference because I remember at one point when Tom showed up, it was like 6 a.m. for him, and it was like I don't know, maybe it's a 4-hour difference. I would say. Something like that.
I think it's like 1:50 p.m. for them over there right now. I might be wrong.
So 2-hour difference. Then.
I don't think they got 5 different time zones in Australia. I just googled Australia time zone and it gave me 1:50 p.m. But then they have like 4 other time zones at the bottom. I mean, we have 4 time zones technically.
Yeah.
You want to count fucking Puerto Rico and shit, then we'd have 5. But no, if you're talking about just the actual state, minus Alaska and Hawaii, that's just 4.
I never freaking understood that shit. Why the hell it's nonsense?
I don't know. You could be a dumbass like me who thought the whole world had the same fucking time.
I always thought so too.
I can't even name every fucking name of the time zone. I can only name the U.S.
World. I never understood one section of the world is like an hour below us and like all this like that. Like fucking just confusing as shit.
I mean, I've been in all 4 time zones, but I never been like no further than Eastern time. Like I've been an hour ahead my original time, but I've never been more than an hour away. I never left North America.
Mm-hmm.
I've left the US a few times, but I've either was an hour ahead or I was in the same time zone. Tell you what's crazy though, being an hour or 2 hours behind. Because when I went to Vegas, I was 2 hours behind.
Shit.
Which luckily it wasn't around like Monday night or anything. Like if I wanted to watch Monday Night Raw and I'd have turned it on at 7 o'clock, it had either been over or they'd had an hour left and it started at 5 over there instead of 7.
Holy fucking hell.
Hell, I didn't even watch Rampage. I recorded it. Rampage had a special start time this past week because of the NBA playoffs. It started at 4:30 p.m., so it started at 2:30 p.m. in California.
God, it's fucking nuts.
And then, yeah. And it started at 7. Rampage was started at 7 o'clock for them normal time, 9 o'clock here for me, 10 for you. 7 o'clock is a normal time to watch wrestling. That's what time Raw starts here for me. SmackDown and AEW Dynamite. Well, up to the main event. I'm gonna give a shout out putting the Usos in the main event. Finally, both of them.
Yes.
I am echoing so fucking bad.
I thought this main event. That's all I know. I think this match was fucking awesome.
God damn. What about now? Damn, I can still hear that shit. I mean, it was pretty exciting. It was a pretty exciting match.
Yeah, I thought it was a perfect way to end the fucking show. You had this in the middle stuff that was just like, all right, you choose how the fuck you feel about it. But then you got this main event that I knew was going to kick ass, and it fucking did all that.
I like how Roman was pissing the crowd off. Like, he'd get the tag, and then he'd just stand, and then he'd tag back in. Like I call the shots and shit like that. He was pissing them off.
It's just, like I said, I'm falling off liking Roman. I still don't like fucking blew it with the whole unification shit. I think they're jumping the gun with the Drew stuff, but you kind of have no choice to jump the gun with the Drew stuff. It's just like, I don't think these guys can have this be like a monthly feud, like months worth feud, because it's gonna take a lot of freaking people out of it very quickly if you do it too many times.
Do you believe all that bullshit they're bringing up? Like, at a WWE live event over the weekend, there was videos going around saying Roman is saying like he was gonna want to leave the company and shit.
I tried to listen to the video, but the fucking audio sucks from wherever the hell the camera angle's at, so I can't hear a fucking thing he says. So I don't know, but the only thing I can think of if Roman's gonna start something else is he's going to Hollywood.
That's the other talk too. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can see happening, is that he's going to go to Hollywood after he drops the title. But it's like, I saw somebody fucking say that apparently like Tony Khan offered him $10 million to come over to AEW and shit like that.
I read that.
Fucking maniacs. I'm like, you really think Roman Reigns is going over there? Fuck no.
No, he's not.
No, he Hollywood before he goes to AEW. Like, come on.
But the whole Hollywood thing, I see him going to Hollywood. It's just he's either gonna just drop one title. I don't see him dropping both because I could see him. He's gonna drop the WWE title to Cody soon.
I think he drops both. I do. There's no way in hell you take one off, but don't take the other if he's leaving to go to Hollywood.
Well, another option would be well. First off, he's gonna lose one belt to Cody. Do you see him losing both to Cody or lose one to Cody and one to Drew?
One to Cody, one to Drew, easily.
He'll lose to Cody on fourth. Their dirt sheets are calling it Cody winning money, and we talked about it on the prediction show. Cody's going to win Money in the Bank, cash it in on the 4th of July, cash in on the WWE title, take the WWE title. He'll be the champ. Bring it back to Raw. Raw has a champion finally, and then Roman will drop it to Drew at Clash at the Castle in Wales. Then he goes to Hollywood, and then maybe he'll come back and we'll get that Rock feud because he went to Hollywood. It's like, you're trying to be like me. I'm you call yourself the tribal chief. He's like a higher power than the tribe. If we're gonna get a Roman Rock feud, this would be the way to do it. No titles on the line.
Yes, honestly, I don't think, as much as it makes sense if the title's involved, I don't think it needs to be. I said that earlier on, and everyone was like, but it wouldn't make sense if the title's not involved in it. And it's like, yeah, I get that, because again, Roman can only be head of the table with the title, but it's like he's still doing all this big shit. It's like, why would you not still call him the head of the table? So him and Rock, it definitely still makes sense even without the title being involved.
And Rock and Roman in the main event of WrestleMania, yeah, absolutely. It's a 2-night show again. They can main event one night and then have a title match, main event the other night. I don't care if it's Cody or Drew or if it's someone else different. Exactly. I just don't put the title. As much as I love the Rock just needs to have this, do like Austin, just have this one match and then just go. Just retire. Go in the Hall of Fame finally.
I mean, we know if the Rock faces Roman, Roman's winning. There's no way in hell Rock's winning.
That'd be kind of a shock.
I honestly don't think the Rock beats Roman if they have the match. There's no way.
I mean, we'll see what happens when that time comes. See who has the biggest build. If this match does become a reality.
So my brother told me something about this whole thing, and it has to do with the unification stuff and what the hell WWE's been doing lately. And again, it's a fucking report, so you don't take it fucking seriously, but unless you want to believe it. The thing going around, apparently, that Fox isn't happy with WWE doing this whole Roman being on both shows, or them bringing people over from Raw and putting them on SmackDown. To me, I would believe that. I actually believe that, because it's like,
I agree too.
Yeah, and WWE needs to be fucking careful with that shit, because if they can't just go all willy-nilly and go against Fox, because Fox can fucking pull the plug on them at any fucking time. So they need to be fucking careful with that shit.
Well, something also tells me this could also happen, but we're gonna get Cody and Roman, possibly 4th of July. They're going to split the titles, and if Roman is still Universal Champion, they're going to go at it again at Survivor Series if they want to keep it Raw versus SmackDown, because as of right now, that's fucking pointless with Roman having both belts.
Yeah, I honestly think we're getting Drew and Cody at Survivor Series. I think Drew takes it at Clash of the Castle.
I would rather see Cody and Drew at WrestleMania. Like, Drew win that. If Drew wins the Universal title, get his moment in Wales, he can lose it, probably win the Rumble again, and go challenge Cody, and then finally have an actual winning the title at WrestleMania moment that he didn't get in 2020.
It could work, but I think Drew just gets a nice, long run with the title. I think he wins the title off of Roman and Clash of the Castle, and then just goes on a tear for a little bit.
It could potentially happen, but it depends what Roman got coming up that Hollywood wants him to come do.
Probably Fast and Furious.
So Clash at the Castle is on September 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually watch that because I mean that's the first weekend of college football, but my school don't play till the Sunday.
And that shit's going to be on a hell of a lot earlier than 8 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh yeah, so I can maybe make a football game after that. But sad part is if they keep All Out supposed to be the night after.
After Clash at the Castle?
The night after on September 4th. It's not gonna be the same night. It's gonna be the Sunday. There ain't no way in hell. Then they're gonna do that shit again.
Oh hell no!
I wouldn't say do that shit again. No. They had something going on one weekend. Like they had an NXT UK show. They had an AEW pay per view, and they had a WWE like network special or some shit. All the same night. That was in 2019. Can't remember what the WWE show was.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the hell it is too now because I'm thinking about it, but I don't remember what it was.
It wasn't a pay per view. I can tell you that.
I know they had the Starcade as a live event shit when that was just stupid.
Actually, I take that back. WWE did not do nothing that night. It was just NXT UK, New Japan, and AEW.
Okay, well,
New Japan did their little show in MSG that night, whatever it was called.
Supercard or G1.
Might have been G1.
G1 Supercard of Honor. It was.
Might have been that. Yeah, Royal Quest. That's what it was. And they did that in London.
Ah, okay.
So that's what all that was. It was NXT UK takeover. It was either like Blackpool or something or Cardiff, whichever one it was. Then it was Royal Quest, and then it was the first All Out.
Okay.
But this tag match was it got a bit entertaining. I wasn't. It was a shitty ending. I mean, shout out to the Usos. Hell of a performance. Shout out to RK Bro. Roman just chilled and just took all the credit.
Yep.
Because
I'm falling off like in Roman right now because
Roman looked pretty weak too. Because at one point he got hit with a Claymore and then he got hit with an RKO.
Yep. Anytime he tried to get offense, he got kicked.
When was the last time we've seen Roman in that situation?
Not for a long time,
And then it got to the point where, like, once Riddle got in the ring and hit his RKO off the top turnbuckle.
No, get ready for PRO.
Oh, yeah, and here come Roman. I saw Roman slide in. I said, that's it. It's over.
We didn't see. My brother said he was like, no, that doesn't count. Roman wasn't legal. I was like, he probably tagged Jay. He probably tagged on the leg as soon as the
probably blind tag. Only the ref saw
it. Tag up there. Yep, there it was.
I didn't even see it. I was like, Roman must be the legal man when he hit that. The way he hit that spear, I'm like, it's got to be the legal man.
Yeah, I thought the main event was awesome. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
It was an okay match. It was just a weak ending. Riddle took the pin like that. The tag match, I'll give it about a 3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4. Honestly, I enjoyed it so much more than that.
What was the best match in the night, in your opinion? That or Cody and Seth?
That's such a tough one. Honestly, I probably edge out the tag match over Cody and Seth just by a little bit.
I'm pretty sure you agree. What was the worst match of the night?
I want to say I want to say Lashley and Omos.
So that's what I said too.
Yeah. I didn't like Madcap and Corbin. I honestly didn't give fucking shit whatsoever, but Lashley losing to Omos is enough to make me fucking hate that match.
But
I already didn't give a damn about it, but Lashley losing makes it worse.
the whole card itself, it's just like you look at it on paper, it just looks like an episode of Monday Night Raw or an episode of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I gave it I said it was going to be such a shitty pay-per-view. Yeah, even though the first match in the main event delivered, it was still a shitty card. I rated the whole pay-per-view like a 1.5, 2 out of 5. No higher than a 2.
That's tough. I would have to like think of how the hell I would freaking like do the matches. Like, opening match was awesome. That set the bar pretty high. Then you followed it up with garbage. AJ and Edge did really good, honestly better than their Mania match, but then they kind of killed it with the repeat ending. Then you had the Corbin and Madcap stuff that I didn't give a shit. You had Charlotte and Ronda that I actually didn't hate whatsoever. And then you had the main event, which was fucking awesome. I would probably say 2.5, at most a 3, if I had to.
All right. Well, that will conclude tonight's fallout of WrestleMania Backlash. Coming up next, we got Hell in a Cell coming in June from Chicago. Maybe for once I can start tuning in every week and keep up with this build-up going into this pay-per-view. I'm hoping Hell in a Cell will actually deliver a little more than WrestleMania Backlash.
Yes.
And we actually get a decent amount. Like last year, I think they kind of took the Hell in a Cell thing too much. You remember they did 5 Hell in a Cell matches in 3 shows.
Yeah. Way too many. You want to talk about watering down a fucking stipulation that should mean a hell of a lot more. You did that.
Well, they had too many Hell in a Cell matches last year, but they did 4 in like 3 or 4 days. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
Remember they did Ray and Roman on SmackDown instead of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I didn't even watch it. I was on I didn't watch any of those Hell in a Cell matches because I was on vacation. But I heard it was bad. The Ray Roman one was bad.
The Ray Roman one was just eh.
The pay-per-view itself, I heard Bianca and Bayley's was the best one that weekend.
Easily.
Drew and was it Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley?
Yeah.
They said that one was kind of mediocre. They were just fucking glad Drew lost.
It was like a middle of the road thing for that cell, because it was like, these two could beat the shit out of her as much as you want, but it's like, I don't know, there was something about it that was.
I think what got me the most was the next night on Raw, they did Bobby Lashley and Xavier Woods in a Hell in a Cell, and it was a non-title match.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that one. I don't know. I didn't watch it. Was it good or was it terrible?
From what I remember of it, it wasn't awful, but it was just, after all those Hell in a Cell matches, everyone was
like enough. You were like enough.
Yeah.
And
you
then
had on SmackDown, you had 2 on the fucking pay-per-view, and then you were like, oh, 1 more won't hurt.
And even better, they're like, wait, Saudi Arabia didn't get one either. We're going to wait a few months, and we're going to do one in October. But I'll give you this. That one was the best one of the year.
At least that one was fucking incredible, and at least that one made sense.
And it's funny, like, everyone said that got voted match of the year over Bianca and Sasha.
It was tough. There was a lot of matches there. That Hell in a Cell was one. You had Bianca and Sasha. You had a lot of shit there.
Well, as much as I hate WWE going to Saudi Arabia, everybody was like, you need to watch that Crown Jewel. It was good. And I finally watched it 2 months ago. I watched it 2 months ago, finally. That Hell in a Cell match was awesome, and that was the best pay-per-view they've ever done in Saudi Arabia out of all of them.
Right now, I've been thinking about this, and I know it's a terrible idea, but I have a bad feeling that we're gonna end up getting Mania in Saudi Arabia with as long as this fucking as long as this freaking this deal is, you cannot tell me that the Prince will not convince him to fucking have WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
You better fucking give Vince a lot of fucking money.
I'm telling you.
If you want me to be up at 11 o'clock in the morning to watch a 5-hour WrestleMania,
by how long this deal is, I have this feeling that it's going to lead to a Mania in Saudi Arabia.
2-night Mania in Saudi Arabia.
It'll probably be WrestleMania like fucking 45 or something like that.
If that were to happen, the only thing I'll give credit on, when that show would end here, it'll still be daylight.
Yep.
And that would give us time to do a mega fallout the rest of the evening.
Still waiting for our next get together whenever we're gonna do this. God damn it, league.
I know they've been talking about once a week. Let's all get together, and then nothing happens.
We're waiting for another gathering of idiots here.
I got another show of Jeopardy coming soon.
I know. I'm gonna freaking be watching that one.
We want to try something different. If I can't find a third person, we want to do different people. Like we want to try and bring way different people. I wanted to do 3 people. Do like a number 1 contender game where the winner can take on Ryan the following month. Make them like an interim champion. But if I can't find a third person, then I'm just gonna have Ryan come in and defend his title against these 2 guys I'm bringing on.
Nice. I will be watching.
We're planning on it's coming soon. Like it depends what day of the week we do it. If we do it we wanted to do it maybe like on a Wednesday or a Thursday night. But if we do it on a weekend, it won't be this Friday. Maybe next Friday. I don't know. We'll have to see because I got the rest of this month open for fucking shows except like tomorrow, the following Monday, this coming Thursday, and the I don't even have my calendar up because hang on.
So what's your feedback with our episode there? What do you think? Do you like it as 2 separate episodes like that, or do you think we should just stick with the long episode?
Well, it depends how y'all do Raw and SmackDown next. Are you just going to give Raw its own show episode and then SmackDown the same? Or
we're debating on possibly doing it as its own standalone again right now.
Well, I'm used to it the way it was. Do Dynamite and NXT one show and then do Raw and SmackDown the next. And then if there's a pay-per-view or something, y'all just throw it in with one of the other episodes. I'm used to it like that. But I mean, it is what it is. It's what y'all want to do. I still got to finish y'all's NXT one. I stopped. I was listening to it before the pay-per-view started. I think I stopped it like right around the middle. I think y'all were talking about y'all were just finished talking about Grayson Waller and Nathan Frazier. Y'all didn't even talk about the women's tag match yet.
Okay, so you're just before that then.
I got 44 minutes and 42 seconds left on that episode.
Okay.
Episode 20 was Sherlock Briggs and Brooks Watson.
Yep.
Yes, can't wait to hear how those names got picked.
Oh, you'll see.
All righty. Well, this will do it. I know it's midnight for you, so we're going to close it out. You can follow me on Twitter at Marquise89_. You can follow Justin on Twitter at JustinInTime211. Make sure to subscribe to his podcast, the In Time Wrestling Podcast, which is available everywhere except Apple Pod. That's bullshit. You can find our podcast, World Elite Pod, on all platforms. Follow them on Twitter at World Elite Pod. We're also on Facebook. You can watch our live streams presented by StreamYard on those. Subscribe on all platforms to listen to our audio versions. Episode is sponsored by ASTs.com. Our promo code is World Elite to get 30% off of your order. that will do it. I think this might have been the first time in a long time I did a pay-per-view Fallout on my personal YouTube channel. But usually we do it on the other one. But I think we didn't plan on doing a Fallout for this because we knew it was going to be a shitty pay-per-view. But when I saw it, I was like, I gotta still do one. I said, if I gotta do it on my channel, I'll do it on mine. But it won't be every time. So Double or Nothing's Fallout and Hell in a Cell's Fallout, Forbidden Door, Slammiversary. Maybe not Slammiversary, but all those other ones, it will be on the podcast's YouTube channel.
Nice.
So, well, that will do it. And we're going to go ahead and close this out now. And we'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good night.